Hello, everybody. I'm Miss Tabby, and welcome to my classroom. Success in this classroom is built on trust. You have to trust me just as much as I have to trust you. I want you to know that this is a safe space where you can feel free to make mistakes, to explore, to learn. There is never any penalty, shame, or punishment for not knowing here. I don't expect you to know. That's why you're here. Also, please don't expect me to know everything either. We're on a journey in science together, and we're going to learn together. The first step in trusting is transparency. Transparency. I value honesty, and I want you all to understand that everybody makes mistakes all the time, even me, especially me. I totally get that. I expect you to take responsibility for your actions. I would rather that you tell me that you were lazy than to make up some story about an all-important emergency to get out of an assignment or responsibility. I believe that every person in my space deserves respect, and I expect the same in return. Your voice and your story is just as important as mine. Please respect our space, our time, and our things. Everyone here has a story and is living their truth. I expect myself and my students to try their best to understand what that truth is. Equity doesn't always look equal, and I need everybody here to understand this. I am only one person. If you ever feel like you're being ignored or not heard, then find the right time to come and say something to me. But know that there is never an intention to ignore you. I also want you to understand that I'm here to challenge you to become better students, and this means meeting your academic needs at your level. We might all be learning about linear equations or DNA, but that might look different for some students than it does for you. I want you to trust the process, but also don't be afraid to ask me about it, but do so in an appropriate manner. With that being said, in the name of transparency, here is a video that all of your parents will be watching. Now, I kind of have a thing for the letter T. It runs deep. I'm married a Travis. My kids are a Tyler and a Tanner. My siblings are T's, and even my parents' names are T's. And in my classroom, my expectations consist of 4 T's. The first T is try. Our learning environment requires you to put in effort. I don't expect perfection. I simply ask that you try. Failure is probable, and that's okay. We've already established that this is a safe space. We cannot learn if we do not do. So please, I ask you to be brave and try. The next T is to think. I believe in a growth mindset, and I want you to practice this too. Everyone in this space has a brain, and I expect you to use it. Oftentimes, I wait for you to give me the answers, and that requires you to think. We've already established that I don't expect you to know all of the answers, but learning requires a lot of critical thinking, not only in my classroom, but in life. And in this space, I expect you to think on the reg. I also expect you to talk. This is a collaborative classroom. Our peers are our teammates, and in sports, teams don't win without talking to their teammates. And in this classroom, we're a team. We can't master content without learning together, and we can't do that without communicating. I just ask that you do so in a respectful manner. Last but not least, turn it in. Just like you can't get paid in the real world without turning in a time card or an invoice, you can't get credit for the hard work that I know you'll put into my class if you don't turn it in. If you've already done the hard work, all I ask is that you turn it in. At this point, I'm going to need you to understand that this space is our community, and just as I expect respect from you, I want to honor your expectations. And today, we're going to get to know our classmates a little bit better and create our own expectations and norms in this class. With that being said, does anybody have any questions before we begin?